Let's begin today's class in a seated position. So coming and finding a comfortable seat on your mat, legs crossed in front of you, spine reaches tall, shoulders relax down your back, and hands rest on your knees, palms facing up or down. Closing your eyes as you begin to arrive. Noticing your breathing, how the air feels as it fills your lungs and goes back out on the exhale. And bring your hands in prayer at the center of your chest, and let's set an intention for this practice. Make it a word or a phrase, something you'll repeat every time our hands come back to this position, something you want to carry with you throughout your day. Repeat it silently to yourself once more, and lower your hands back down to your knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead, and exhale to the right for a seated side stretch. Right arm comes down to the ground, left arm overhead, rooting down through the left hip, rotating the chest open towards the sky, keeping your ear close to your bicep, and reach long through your left fingertips. Inhale back through center, reaching, and exhale to the left, dropping the left arm down, right arm long overhead, ear tucked into the bicep, right hip roots down, twisting open with the chest. Inhale back up through center, and exhale, twist to the right. Right hand comes behind you, left hand comes to the right knee. Inhaling to lengthen the spine, and exhaling, twist a little bit deeper, keeping it gentle. Inhale back through center, arms overhead, and exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you, right hand comes to left knee. Inhaling to lengthen the spine, and exhale, pull the left shoulder back, push the right shoulder a little more forward. Inhale back through center, arms reaching long, and exhale your arms back down to your legs. Find a tricep stretch. Reach your right arm long above your head, and bending at the elbow, reach your hand down the middle of your back. Swing your left arm around your back, aiming to get your hands to meet, to clasp together, gaze forward. If your hands don't reach, you can always grab a strap or a belt or a towel, whatever you have lying around, and maybe holding on to that will help you deepen the stretch without clasping your hands together. Aiming to keep your neck straight, in line with your spine. One more inhale, and exhale, release your arms, returning your hands back down to your knees. Other side, inhale the left arm straight up, and as you exhale, bending at the elbow, reaching your hands down the middle of your back, and bringing your right arm around the back, aiming to grab onto your fingertips. Again, option to grab a strap to help you reach in this pose. And noticing if this side is any different than the other. One more inhale. And exhale to come out of the pose. Arms come back down to your sides, hands on your knees. Inhale here. And exhale, tilt your head over to your right shoulder for a neck stretch. Pulling the left shoulder down. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Maybe feeling that along the left side of the neck. Inhale back through center. Exhale, tilt the head to the left. Left ear comes towards left shoulder. Pulling the right shoulder down and away to deepen the stretch. Inhale, coming back through center. And exhale into tabletop. Hands come directly under shoulders, knees directly under hips. The back is flat, the core is engaged. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, open the chest, lift the chin. And exhale, cat, round the spine, drop the head. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Keep moving like this at your own breath, finding a pace that's good for you. After your next exhale, come and find a neutral spine and table. Inhale and table. And exhale into puppy pose, walking the hands forward, dropping the chest down towards the ground. Chin or forehead rests on the mat, leaving the hips up in the air. Squeezing your shoulder blades. Maybe finding a little more reach through the fingertips. Inhale and begin to come up out of puppy, and exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting your hips up and back, reaching through the hands. Shoulders away from the ears, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lifting the hips up towards the sky, and letting the heels drop towards the mat. Taking time in this first down dog to maybe pedal out the feet or wag the hips side to side. Warming up the whole body. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, walk to the top of your mat, forward fold. And hang out in this forward fold for a little bit, bending your knees as deeply as you'd like. Maybe experimenting and seeing how it feels to bend them deeply. Feeling the stretch still through your hamstrings, maybe through your calves. And on your next inhale, come up slowly into Tadasana, either with a flat back or rolling up. Taking your time to meet me in mountain pose. As you get here, engaging every muscle in the body, hands by the sides, engaging the fingertips, shoulders roll down the back, chest lifts, reaching through the crown of the head. And inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins, thighs, or the ground, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, engage the core, and exhale through chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, gaze is down, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana, bend the knees, then stand, and exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead, and exhale, keep the length as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, thighs, or the ground, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank, hands directly under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga, keep the elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog, squeezing the shoulder blades, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, make your way to the top of your mat, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweeping up to stand, arms overhead, and exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating your intention once again. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, walk or hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salutes, and exhale your hands to the center of your chest, repeating your intention once more. Inhale, sweep your hands up long overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale into downward dog, planting the hands, stepping back, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog, keep the hips level, and exhale, low lunge, step the foot forward between the hands, taking a moment to square the hips. Inhale, drop the left knee down to the ground, and exhale into corkscrew, bending at the left knee and reaching back with your right hand to grab the foot, possibly finding a quad stretch through this pose. If you can't reach your foot, maybe using a strap or a belt or a towel, whatever you have, to hook around your foot and help you reach towards that foot, or maybe finding a wall and putting your leg up against that wall. Seeing if you can pull your foot a little closer to your body. And exhale to release the foot, returning into low lunge. Inhale to lift the knee. And exhale, step into a forward fold. Inhale into chair, sinking the hips backwards, arms up by your ears, opening the chest, tilting the tailbone down, engaging the core, keeping the quads strong. One more inhale, and exhale into forward fold, straightening your legs. Taking a couple breaths in this forward fold. And then separate your feet wide to the edges of the mat, pointing your toes out to the sides at an angle, not all the way out. And as you exhale, find Malasana, Coming into this squat, sinking your hips down, opening the chest, bringing the hands into prayer, repeating that intention. And if your heels don't touch the mat, maybe grabbing a rolled up blanket and sticking that under your heels to help give you support. But feeling the opening in the hips, remembering to open the chest. Inhale and exhale into forward fold, straightening your legs once again. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa, lowering down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale back into plank, engaging the core. Arms are strong. And exhale into chaturanga, lowering down into chaturanga dandasana and holding there. Holding your halfway, squeezing your elbows in. Body is long and straight, engaging the core. Neck is in a neutral position. You've got this. And exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. Inhale into cobra, pressing through the hands, opening the chest, bending the back. And exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Other side. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog, keep the hips balanced. And exhale, step the foot forward between your hands, low lunge. Taking a moment to square the hips, pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. And as you exhale, drop the right knee down to the mat. Inhale here. And exhale into corkscrew, reaching back with your left hand, bending the right leg at the knee, catching the foot in your hand. Again, option to use a strap or a wall to help you reach this pose. And taking a few deep breaths, feeling the twist, feeling the stretch. Seeing if you can bend, if you can bring that foot a little bit closer to you. One more inhale. And exhale to release the foot, returning back into low lunge. Inhale and lift up the back knee. And exhale, step forward into a forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sinking the hips down, reaching the arms up, arms by your ears, engaging the core, lifting the chest, tailbone tilts down, engaging the quads. One more inhale. And exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. Taking a breath in this forward fold. And then walk your feet out wide to the edges of the mat once again. Toes points at an angle off of your mats. And exhale into Malasana, sinking your hips down low into the squats. Again, option to use a rolled up blanket to help your heels hit the mat if you need that. And bringing your hands in prayer to the center of your chest. Opening the chest, lifting it while the hips sink down, finding your balance. One more inhale. And exhale back into forward fold, straightening the legs. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into plank, engaging the core. And exhale, halfway down through your chaturanga, holding it here. Elbows in tight, core engaged, spine is long and straight, hips are not sinking down. Remember to breathe. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale into cobra, finding the back bend, pushing through your hands, aiming to straighten the arms. And exhale into downward facing dog. Take one more breath in this down dog. And exhale into child's pose, dropping the knees, sinking the hips back, forehead comes to rest on the mat. Letting your muscles relax. Taking deep breaths in through the nose and sighing it out. Inhale and begin to come up out of child's and find a seat. Extending your legs long out in front of you for dandasana. Maybe pulling the flesh away from your sits bones to find a more comfortable rooted seat. As you inhale, your arms up long overhead, finding length. And exhale, folding forward over your legs. Flexing through the feet. Bending the knees a little bit or a lot. Option to lengthen your spine on every inhale and fold closer to your legs on every exhale. Or to let the spine round. Inhale and walk your hands back towards your body, lifting your chest up. And as you exhale, slowly make your way down onto your back. Bend the knees, placing the soles of the feet on the mat. And bring your heels close to your hips. Inhale and lift the hips up, coming into bridge pose. Gently squeezing the glutes, engaging the core. Remembering to breathe. And exhale, slowly lower down to the mat, coming out of bridge. Inhale, lift the hips up, finding bridge once more. Seeing if you can lift your hips a little bit higher. And exhale, lowering back down to the mat, slowly and gently. As usual, we'll option bridge again for the third time, or for this third time, you can come into wheel if that's in your practice. If coming into wheel, prepare your hands by your ears, keeping those elbows in. And inhale to push up, coming up into wheel, pushing through your arms and then bending through the back. Or coming up into bridge if you're choosing bridge. Breathing in whichever pose you're holding. And exhale, slowly lowering down to the mat through whichever pose you're in. Gently coming out of wheel, watching your head, watching your neck if you're in wheel. And when you're down on the mat, inhale and bring both knees into your chest. And we'll find supine pigeon. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh and reach through your left thigh to grab onto it with both hands, pulling your left leg towards you while pushing the right knee away. Flexing through the left foot and the right foot. finding a distance that you feel the stretch best in. Maybe closing your eyes. One more inhale and exhale, releasing the legs. Bringing both knees back into the chest again, switching sides. Crossing the left leg over the right. The left ankle rests on the right thigh. Reaching to grab your right thigh and pulling that leg towards you. Pushing away the left knee, flexing through both feet, and finding what position this feels best in. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths in and exhaling out. Take one more inhale and exhale. Release the pose, unwinding the legs, but leaving the knees in the center of the chest. Inhale here. And exhale, drop the knees over to the left for a supine twist. Right arm extends out long. Gaze over the right fingertips. Closing the eyes. And aiming to keep both shoulders on the mat. Inhale and bring the knees back to the center of the chest. And exhale, drop them to the right, extending the left arm out long, gaze over the left fingertips. Breathing deeply. Inhale and bring the knees to the center of the chest. And exhale for Shavasana, lowering everything down to the mat. Snuggling your shoulder blades underneath you. Flipping the palms up or flipping them down. Letting the toes fall to the side. Letting the fingers curl. Letting go of any control over the breathing. Letting go of control over your thoughts. And rest. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale it out. Taking another deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out. Beginning to come back into the space around you. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. And slowly make your way over onto one side, maybe using your arm as a pillow. And push yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed all the way if that's comfortable. Finding your seat, spine is long, hands resting on your knees. And bring your hands in prayer to the center of your chest and bow your head towards your hands. Repeating that intention you set at the beginning of practice, knowing you can repeat it anytime throughout the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me in practice today. Namaste.